好，欢迎各位说教授、老师、学者，还有很多研究生来参加我们第一次华梵外文系主办的这个学术研讨会。那我们第一场请来的老师是台大名誉教授林耀福老师。Next year we're going to call for papers and maybe have 2 or 3 more sessions. All right. So let us welcome Professor Lin to give us his insight into the future of S in Taiwan and our studies. All right. Thanks.
It is a real honor to be given the opportunity to say a few words about eco-criticism and related topics today. But I want to warn you that I do have a manuscript here, which I may read. But if it's too boring, then I'll just cut it off and turn to some sort of learning talk. And I'll intermingle, I'll switch between Chinese and English, okay, so I'll be bilingual. Wow. My prepared talk, I borrowed the title from a poem by Gary Schneider, No Matter, Never Mind. I like the phrase very much. There's wisdom, there's a position in this very cute, rather humorous phrase, no matter, never mind. And I'm going to talk about a new poetics and eco-criticism, which I call the poetics of the body, which seems to me to be what the eco-critics are trying to create, to establish. What we call eco-criticism, the ecological literary criticism, as Karl Popper calls it. Okay. But it seems to me that this poetics of the body is best exemplified in this new old genre we call nature writing. And I hope to read 1 or 2 or 3 poems, a part of the poems by Whitman to demonstrate what I mean by poetics of the body. So I'm going to start to read from my manuscript. Okay, I'll sit down. Can I? The famous saying, in wildness is the preservation of worlds from corruption. And then I like this line from Robert Jeffers, who says, a little too abstract, a little too wise. Now is the time for us to kiss the earth again. It's real. Okay. And then I also quote from No Matter, Never Mind. Okay, so I'll read. The ecological consciousness that emerged in the late 50s and early 60s with the rise of the counterculture, intensified as well as broadened by the publication of Richard Carson's Silent Spring, has engendered a discourse that bears the clear imprint of its genesis. Selected as the most influential book of the past 50 years, Silent Spring addresses an issue that is, in the opinion of Vice President Al Gore, and I quote, arguably the most important of our era, end quote. Indeed, the enormity of the environmental crisis that Carson had brought home to the general public perforce makes ecological discourse a crisis discourse. A crisis discourse, by nature, carries a genetic urge to go beyond itself, that is, to be more than just disinterested theory, but also survival. We're concerned with survival. In this case, survival not only of the discourser and his race alone, that's not on humans, but also birds and insects, the whole earth as well. They're not humans. Thus, ecological discourse as its program, the search for an ethic that would redefine the nature of nature, the relationship of humans and nature, and address the question of domination among others, all in a language that endeavored to shed the esoteric abstractness that plagues much of humanist discourse, deconstruction, construction, whatever. In the course of its development, it has come to share many of the interests and concerns of other minority and green movements, say, feminist movement, and their forces converging to form a culture that is of paradigmatic significance. The appearance of nature writing and the still incipient ecological literary criticism, which redirects our attention to the physicality and the thingness of the text, is perhaps of especial interest to the literary scholar. The program of environmental discourse, as flows above, already implies a prognosis of what is wrong with Western ideas and behavior, and remedies to be prescribed. As a largely Western awakening, Western because it is the rich first nation, the rich first world, that has first emerged from modernity into the postmodern and the post-industrial, and has experienced firsthand and ahead of the rest of the world, with fear and remorse, the post-relish, quote-unquote, insulting sky of Wordsworth's young nutpicker. Environmental discourse thus partakes of the nature of a confession, and in seeking reform and salvation has demonstrated a measure of humility of the contrite. This uncondescending humility, contrasting sharply with the mainstream Marxist arrogance of domination and colonizing, but consonant with the spirit of Buddhist ego effacement, is revealed in the awakening of the West unto the world and the earth, which is no longer conceived of as a subhuman, non-human other to be possessed and conquered, but rather as an enfolding subject, and informs the spirit of a true globalism, which sponsors the homecoming of humanism, which Ehrenfeld calls arrogant, to inhumanism, and of anthropocentrism to ecocentrism, and with the mind to the body. This seems to me a spirit that suffuses the poetry of Walt Whitman and many other writers.